Hey everyone. Hope everyone had a great Monday. It's Monday night, so I'm hoping I can get this up tonight. I wanted to do something different, even though it aggravates me because it's really hard to find shows that I like and that I want to watch and that I can commentate on. The best ones, they either don't make it on my page or it's just a big, it definitely won't be monetized, but I guess we'll see. I'm hoping I can start finding shows that I can like or that I do like and that I can commentate, and they won't strike me and they won't block it and I can get monetized on it. So we'll see. But I wanted to do something different because Heather's been quiet. I had to put up, it was so short. It was like a reel, or a short. I forgot what it's called on YouTube. But I had to post that whenever she finally admitted, like, my friend, I stayed with him. He made me rough as you could only see, like, his jeans. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna see this. Let me go ahead and put that up. Thankfully, because usually I like to gather as much as I can and then do a video, instead of like posting 30 seconds every day. But I was like, I gotta get this out there. And then freaking crazy chick, a little bit ago I checked her YouTube. Nothing was there. Nothing was on her Facebook. I don't know if I'm looking at the wrong website, but I don't think I am, because it was in Bentonville, and I didn't see that she had a warrant anymore, but I also didn't see her being, incarcerated. I don't know. So it's like, you know what? I need a chill night anyways. I don't want anything drama. I haven't seen this one, and I really hope I like it. I'm not a very big fan. I like the Hoarders show, but I'm not, like, there has to be, like, almost nothing on. But for some reason, if it's, like, the Britain shows, especially if it's, like, the, compulsive disorder, like, the cleaners who come in to help, I'm down for that every day. So, we'll see what this one is together. I haven't cleaned my house in 14 years. The Hoarder Next Door. Let's make it big.
All across Britain, people are keeping a shocking secret.
This was my study.
And their numbers are growing.
This is what it feels like inside my head.
Over 1 million people are now living amongst mountains of clutter and rubbish.
What's in here? There's probably a couple of dead rats in there, but, at the end of the day, it's a functionable kitchen.
And when a hoard takes over,
Please leave me alone! Can't cope.
it can affect everyone who lies in its path.
I don't know how you can live like this. It's just crazy.
One-way traffic.
Psychotherapist Stelios Kiosis
Wow.
has treated hundreds of hoarders over the last 20 years.
What do you do with the food that's out of date?
Eat it.
It's dangerous.
Ew.
Compulsive hoarding does not discriminate. It can happen to anyone.
I'm king of the mountain of newspapers.
Together with a team of professional declutterers,
we leave no stone unturned.
Stelios believes he can help kickstart the process of decluttering their homes.
You know, this has become your armour, so nobody can hurt you again. But we're going to change that.
Tonight, Stelios meets extreme hoarder Doreen, one of his toughest cases yet,
I'll stop this altogether, or we carry on and I have my own way.
and visits 2 former patients
Oh, that's being overwhelmed again.
in urgent need of some extra help.
Oh no. I've lost the ability to do it on my own.
Why do you do it?
Oh, wow. The Hoarder Next Door.
Bexley, southeast London, home to 76-year-old Doreen, a much-loved member of her close-knit community. For 25 years, Doreen's been knocking on her neighbours' doors and taking orders for a mail-order catalogue.
Hello. How are you? I'm fine, thank you.
The Patel family are some of Doreen's oldest customers.
She's been our catalogue lady for basically most of my life. She's come round every 2 weeks to pick up a catalogue, then we'll chat with her then.
How old is your little one?
He'll be 2 in March. March 25th.
She's always a happy lady when I ever see her.
Which one do you think is best?
Neighbour Jill has also been a regular customer for over 20 years.
She's the better wear lady, and everybody knows her as that, and all the kids know her, and...
It's a shame that they grow up so fast.
Well, yeah. She just likes people, I think.
Bye-bye, dear.
Bye-bye. You too, Doreen.
She seems so sweet. That lady's nice. Okay, so what does she do? I'm confused. Does she sell magazines? That's so funny.
But the neighbourhood pensioner everyone loves has a secret. Doreen is an extreme compulsive hoarder.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised no one knows. That would be sweet if, like, everybody got together and helped her. Like, I know it would probably be embarrassing to her, but... Dang. Yeah, she doesn't have energy to clean all that.
Hoarder, and every inch of her 3-bedroom home is overflowing with clutter and clothing. She's so ashamed of her hoard that she hasn't let her friends or family into her home for over 14 years.
I've stopped them coming in because I don't want them to see the clutter.
Doreen has been married twice, but since the death of both of her husbands, she has been hoarding on an epic scale.
A lot of stuff is replacing loved ones with material possessions.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work.
Day-to-day living is now extremely hazardous.
I reached out from my bed to grab something and then I missed and landed on the floor.
Frightened of suffering further injury, Doreen made the difficult decision to reveal her secret.
She just came clean one day and just knocked on the door and said, could she come in, and just told me.
Son Harvey was equally shocked by the news.
How she became what she is, I have very...
That sounds sweet. Golly, I get so emotional. That's so sweet. I'm so glad she told her, because that lady seems so sweet. That poor old lady. That is so dangerous, too. She's not healthy to be... I mean, even if you were healthy, it's dangerous, but she's sitting there walking with a cane.
little idea of.
Family and friends are very worried for Doreen's safety. And worse still, she now requires a hip replacement.
For her to get around her house, I can only imagine, must be a nightmare with her hip problems.
She's getting elderly on her own in a house with stuff all over the place that she could fall over.
So I think it's quite urgent. I think she needs to get it sorted.
If Doreen doesn't make her house safe, her hoard could cause her serious injury.
Hey, Cover Girls. Remember that?
Golly. I think the 2 husbands passing away, that did not help my emotions. Poor thing.
Doreen has asked for help from psychotherapist Stelios Kiosis, an expert in the treatment of hoarding disorder. In just 6 weeks, he believes he can help hoarders modify their behaviour.
I'm here to see Doreen today, who is in her 70s, and in my experience, compulsive hoarders at that age tend to be at high risk of getting injured. So it's important today in my assessment to really understand at what level of risk she's in and what we can do about it.
Hello.
Hello, Doreen. Hello, I'm Stelios. Hello, can I come in?
You could do, please do.
Thank you.
Yes.
How long have you lived in this house?
About 28 years.
Has it always been like this?
Oh no, my husband was very, very minimalistic. You only had things that you needed.
Really? Well, what about your compulsive hoarding? When did that start then?
I was untidy for a while I was nursing him because he had cancer. He died 14 years ago.
Did he?
After he died, I started looking after my ex-husband because he'd had a stroke. And then a very good friend of mine, Evelyn, unfortunately she passed away.
But I wonder in all of this, who took care of you?
Nobody took care of.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine? She's so sweet. I mean, I could not imagine. That would be really hard. I remember whenever my mama passed away, I did not want anything to change in the house. So I could see in that's her husband. I mean, she probably wasn't ready. She was probably still grieving and didn't want to change anything, even though he was still gone. Maybe it was just like some kind of coping mechanism. She didn't want to get rid of things that, reminded her of him. And then she took care of her ex-husband, and then her friend passed. This poor lady. Yeah, she deserves an amazing clean house, freaking declutter free.
There with me. Nobody.
Doreen inherited Evelyn's large collection of clothes, but has been unable to throw any away. And it's not just clothes she's hung on to.
And in the corner there, the drinks for my husband's funeral, they've not been moved.
Wow,
I've just tried to blank it out of my mind.
Well, this is what this feels like. This feels like a blanking wall. So why have you done this?
It was blanking out the bad memories.
Bad memories.
Trying to forget.
Block them out.
Block them out. If you can't see them, you're not reminded.
No.
You can't live like this.
No.
That has to change, isn't it?
It does.
You're at risk. You're lucky to be alive. What do you feel when you look at all this?
Worry. Shame, because there's so much. Yeah, I think, what do people think?
For me, the eye-opener was downstairs, how she really purposely, unconsciously though, built this wall of clothes. In a way, that's how her mind is, It's got that wall blocking out the trauma of the past. But this is pretty full as well. Her house is a death trap, and really there's a sense of urgency in helping her declutter, not just mentally, but actually physically as well.
I hope so. This can make me into a more rational person. I'm not mad. I've just been very misguided.
Groundbreaking orthopedic care is more than...
Golly. Oh, man. It's so crazy how you watch something you don't know how emotional it can get.
Stelios has been treating hoarders for 20 years, but even those who respond positively to treatment can sometimes stray off course.
Oh, for God's sake.
The compulsion to hoard, the compulsion to accumulate things is very difficult to break, and it could be a lifelong battle. Relapses do happen, but it is important to intervene before it is out of control.
Draco!
In Basingstoke, Alison, one of his former patients, has begun to see the warning signs.
Seeing Stelios was life-changing for me. So I really thought I was still going somewhere. But gradually, things have actually sort of started to get out of hand again.
She looks... She sounds so mad. I was wondering because... Yes. Okay, we'll try to lay on it. Okay? Sorry. I was wondering because of her fridge how many magnets there are. And I know people like collect them, but I don't want to be like so, what is it, minimalistic, but I do want to be a little and be able to get rid of things easier. But I don't want to be like go crazy, you know. I have 3 kids, so I think I would feel like bad for my kids if my house had like nothing in it besides like a couch and a TV. And my mama had this thing on her wall. I want to find one. But it said, my house is clean enough to be healthy, but dirty enough to be happy. And I was like, that's so true. Like, my house may not be OCD spotless, but everybody's pretty happy. You know, I have 3 kids. You're going to know that I have kids. Anyways, I was watching a video earlier about like putting things like in its place, like, you know, everything should have its own home, which I was trying to teach my younger daughter that, well, my middle child that, but it's so overwhelming for me because she just has like one room. I have the whole entire house. So yeah, it's so overwhelming. I could not imagine what these people have to go through. But all those magnets reminded me of that, of like, I don't know. It's so hard. Because it's like some people, they're like, I don't want anything, don't put anything like on the fridge, you know. And I'm like in the middle. I don't want everything all over the fridge, but I do like having a couple of pictures that my child drew, you know. I don't know. I'm like somewhere in the middle.
12 months ago, Stelios helped Alison.
Hello, Stella.
Hi.
With her overwhelming compulsion to buy anything and everything Ladybird related.
Ladybird hats.
Oh, gosh.
Can't help it, it's got a ladybird on, this lampshade.
The hoarding got so bad it took over every aspect of her life and home.
All my ladybird bras. If I buy the lot, at least I know nobody else will have them.
And even led to a breakup with her boyfriend.
I've explained to Sam that if he moves out, it makes it easier. It makes it easier for me to heal and sort myself out.
But with the help of Stelios and professional declutterers,
I have never seen so many ladybirds.
Alison was given the tools to keep her ladybird fetish in check and clear space to live.
This is just the beginning. The rest is for me to do.
Huh.
1 year on from her therapy with Stelios, Alison's compulsion has taken an unfortunate new turn. And it's nothing to do with ladybirds.
Oh. Oh no. These are my favourite biscuits and now they're only £1.
She's now obsessively buying and hoarding biscuits, sweets and cakes.
Maybe one more. No more. I'm buying all this stuff and I'm stockpiling all this food.
Oh my God.
The feeling is so strong to do this. Tried to hide it, but I'm sure that everyone's thinking, oh no, she's buying cakes like they're going out of fashion. It's rusty.
Oh gosh.
I realise now I've got a problem and it's starting to make me feel pretty bad. Mars bars, Milky Bar buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 selection boxes.
Oh
I thought I could get this sorted, but I've lost the ability to do it on my own. Just makes me feel sick. I think, oh, for God's sake.
Desperate to get back on track, Alison's asked Stelios for more expert help.
I want to see Stelios again, but I feel nervous about seeing him. I feel worried that
I'm so confused. Does she eat all of that? I mean, I'm not saying like in one sitting, obviously, but that's a lot of sweets and chocolate and golly, I would have thought she was freaking high as heck. Have some munchies or something. But it doesn't even look like she eats them. I mean, you would think you would start to be able to tell, or she would start to get freaking sick.
I have let him down.
When shirt meets grease. When blouse meets wine. When tie...
Did I do something? Okay, I was about to say, oh no.
Stelios wants to find out what has triggered Alison's re-hoarding.
So why do you think, really, things are difficult?
There's been so many setbacks.
Has it really?
I had a really terrible situation to separate from Sam. It was very hard. And then I had a robbery. And then following that, my father's death.
Are you overwhelmed?
I'm really overwhelmed.
You don't have to be embarrassed or be ashamed or anything like that. Setbacks are part of the normal process of healing.
Well, I do feel like, one thing I might have been able to overcome, but the whole series...
You're human.
Right, would you like to go?
Before Stelios can help Alison, he needs her to let go of the past. He starts with the bedroom she shared with her ex-boyfriend.
This is the bedroom.
Lots of clothes.
It's got a little bit busy, a little bit of an issue.
Oh, wow. One of the things that will help you is to really, in a way, bring closure to all the bad memories you have about your relationship and how things were in here. And so, really, all this stuff, needs to go. You need to organize your bedroom and give it a new, fresh lease of life for a new beginning. Yes, a new you, a new bedroom.
I know exactly what you mean. Get rid of all the things, the reminders, all the things that are unnecessary, everything out.
Correct.
And start again.
Fresh.
So it's my room.
Yeah.
Reassert it as my
lease of
room.
life.
Yes, girl.
But the biggest concern for Stelios is Alison's new obsession.
Quite a lot of sweets and chocolates. And...
Yeah, there is quite a bit of chaos at the moment.
It's just too much. Oh my goodness. Chocolate.
I love Caramac. It's best to have a binge on it because then at least I can leave it alone for a while. So if I like Caramac, eat hundreds, then I won't touch it for a few years.
Gosh.
Do you think you're comfort eating?
It's not so much about the eating. It's more to do with the fact that I like to have it in reserve and I like to make sure I'll never run out.
It sounds like you're trying to make sense of your
that.
life and control your life by securing your future. What is it then about the future you are afraid of? That you don't
More
want to...
trauma. As soon as I think that nothing worse can happen, something does. It always raises its head and never ceases to surprise me.
You can't control the future, you can't control other people. All you can control is yourself. And at the moment, you're out of control. The warning signs are there, the alarm bells are there. Alison's hoard is not extreme now, but in my experience, if it's not tackled, it will become extreme to the point where you're not going to be able to move in the house. So we need to do something right now.
That was deep.
Like any mental health condition,
I do that
the compulsion to hoard can be a life...
I don't like hoard stuff like that, but I do the same thing about, like, I don't want to run out. But I feel like it's kind of normal, though. Like, just be, like, prepared, So, like, certain medicines that I have to take or things that I use, it's like, before I am about to run out, I don't know. It's like, I have to make sure I don't ever run out and I'm not without. So it's like, if it's running low, it's like, oh, okay, well, that's good. Because I've had, the backup for about 2 weeks, so. Like, I just got, bath soap for my youngest, because she has eczema. So I don't ever want to run out, especially that. Like, I don't ever want to run out of her type of bath soap, because her having eczema, she has to have, like a baby soap for eczema. And, so I just ordered some, because there's a little bit less than a half left. So I was ordering groceries, and I went ahead and ordered that. And then, sorry, I couldn't tell if she was getting out of bed. So I went ahead and I was like, well, let me go ahead and order this. Might as well get this so I can have it before I run out. And I was taking it out, setting it aside, putting it away, and putting it up, kind of. And then I found another bottle that I already bought. And I forgot I bought it. So I was like, oh, okay, well, we have 2 bottles. If I do that, I was lying.
A lifelong battle to control.
Even after therapy, relapses can happen, but when they do, it is important to intervene before they are out of hand.
In West London, 45-year-old Tina lives in the house she grew up in. An only child, it's the home she shared with her parents when they were alive.
That would be hard.
This is my old bedroom again.
Tina's holding on to the past by hoarding her parents' things and her own childhood toys.
My first proper teddy bear. Had it for a long time.
But just 12 months ago, Stelios helped Tina overcome this very compulsion.
This was my bedroom for the first 25 years of my life. I've kept the door closed most of the time.
You just block it out, don't you?
Yeah.
After 6 weeks of therapy, Tina was able to finally move on by clearing out a lot of her clutter and putting her childhood home up for sale.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
for the first time in ages.
Good for you. You should be excited.
Yeah.
You should move on.
Now the property has been sold, and Tina has to move out in a matter of weeks.
Once I've cleared up, then I have to leave. And I don't really want to leave. So it's getting a catch-22 situation.
The reality of saying goodbye to her childhood home has sent her in a downward spiral, and she started to hoard again.
When Stelios left, this room was...
I wonder what made her decide to sell the home. I'm not gonna lie, I would not do well if I was in my childhood home. I would want to keep a lot of things as well. I mean, hopefully not like that, but that's crazy how she went from hoarding everything, you know, because it was her family home and her family's things and her childhood things, to now she's actually selling the home. That's crazy. I wonder why she's selling it.
Semblance of order, but certainly none of the clutter. I'm back to being overwhelmed again.
Knowing she cannot avoid moving any longer, Tina's turned to Stelios for help.
When I saw her last, one of the biggest problems Tina had was to detach herself from that house. She needs to move out of that house physically and emotionally in order for her to move forwards.
Oh, yeah, man. I don't want to hear it.
Hi, hello,
Nice to
Tina.
see you. How you
Lovely to see
doing?
you
Good to see
again.
you.
Hello.
Hey, come on in.
Let's have a look around. We'll
Yeah.
see, how you're stuck and why
Okay.
you're stuck and what we can
Right.
do about it. Okay.
You can already tell.
Is this stuff making you happy? Look at it.
No, definitely not.
What made you happy in the previous process?
Getting rid of the stuff.
Getting rid of the stuff.
I know.
Wonderful, yes. So, but in that process of therapy, what do you feel was the turning point?
Go things in the past, I suppose. Yeah, I know. Mum and Dad.
By letting go, it doesn't mean you're forgetting who they are, who they were.
Just finding it a bit more difficult than I thought it would be.
If Stelios is going to have any success,
Okay.
he needs to help Tina disassociate her emotional memories from her physical home.
This is always my sanctuary, my bolt hole, and might not find that again.
I guess what you're saying is where you're going.
Yeah.
There will be nothing. There will be
It's-
no attachment to it.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like you holding on to a dead corpse,
Yeah.
not burying it.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Does it feel like that to you?
In a way, yeah.
Dang.
Stelios believes that Tina's inability to let go is intrinsically linked with her parents and childhood, and an unresolved sense of loss.
Where is your mother buried? Or
Well,
what happened
she
to
was
them?
cremated.
She was cremated, okay.
And ashes scattered in Switzerland.
Okay.
And my dad's ashes still on the stairs.
Ah, okay, so the ashes are downstairs.
Yes.
So why have you not been able to scatter his ashes?
I suppose it's another bit of letting go. Nice little bit.
Dang.
Would it help if we both try and do that? Let go of your dad?
my
Let go of your dad's
gosh,
ashes? Yeah. I think it would,
Got me
yeah.
crying again.
Oh,
The most
seriously,
important thing
man.
at this moment in time is to look at the last.
This dude goes so deep. I am not trying to keep on crying. I don't want to be trying to blow my nose and stuff, man. Like holding on to a dead corpse. Yeah, it sounds crazy and morbid, but shit, yeah, I totally understand that. I can see you walking back and forth. What are you doing? I was honestly starting to question myself. I'm wondering if I was going crazy. Sorry. That's really sweet that he is offering to spread the ashes. And that's sad that she doesn't have anyone that she could have done that with before. Oh, man. He's a good dude.
Last part of her emotional attachment to things, bringing a healthy closure to the father's ashes, will also have a knock-on effect to the closure of this house.
Smart. I got you, dude.
In Bexley, extreme hoarder Doreen is also struggling to let go of the past.
A lot of stuff is replacing friendships and loved ones. It doesn't work.
She too has asked Delios for help.
You're at risk. You're lucky to be alive.
After their first meeting, Doreen now feels able to invite her son Harvey round for the first time in 14 years.
I never thought a great deal of the fact that we weren't allowed in. She's got a very untidy house. She doesn't want people in it. That's her business. I guess that's what I've been telling myself for all these years.
Hello.
Hiya, Mum. How are you?
You look well.
Oh, thank you. So do you? You're looking well. Quite noticeable that it's difficult to walk. Having no space to do anything, does it not drive you up the wall?
It
drive me
does.
bonkers.
Yes, it's trying to decide what to get rid of and what not to get.
I mean, he seems sweet, but for 14 years, you haven't been to your mom's house? Dude. Me and my family, we'd be like, what the hell's going on? You ain't gonna say that I can't come over here. What's going on? He should have been, I mean, I'm sure she's very strong-willed and stubborn, but it sucks that it took 14 years for her to actually reach out to a neighbor. I wish he would have kind of just been like, okay, Mom, I'm going in. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And then get her help. Because like he said, like that doctor said, she's lucky to be alive. She could have gotten really hurt. And he's all just looking around. It's like, dude, are you not freaking worried? The last 14 years, your mom could have, like, really fucking hurt herself, bro.
To get rid of. It drives me balmy sometimes, only thinking, what am I going to do with it all?
Yeah.
Now he's seen the enormity of the hoard, Harvey wants to help his mum start decluttering immediately.
There's no room to work. It's a huge task to tackle this. And there's a dried flower here. Past its best.
I saved up for the seeds of a poppy.
It's kind of hard, I must say. The weird things that Mum won't let go of. Have you got a key for that padlock? It seems like a lot of energy with very little happening. And the padlock, Mum.
Padlock goes over here. My collection of padlocks.
Oh, you've got a collection. I'm a bit concerned, Mum, that I'm going to find that you've got a reason for keeping everything I pick up. Just makes you realise Mum's got some sort of unhappiness inside her that is causing her to have a self-destructive behaviour. And, yeah, obviously it's not pleasant to see.
For 14 years.
Stelios wants Doreen to confront the psychological reasons behind her compulsion to hoard, so he's invited her to Birmingham for a one-to-one therapy session.
Why do you feel your home is extreme?
Because I've had so many knocks in life.
Okay.
The most recent one is my best friend dying.
And how did that affect you?
Well, I felt lonely, deserted. My life was empty. I was going up to the hospital with her weekly because I like looking after the people I love. I think what's happened is I feel let down by people, life in general.
It must have been really difficult for you living like this for such a long time.
Because I've lost such a lot. Contact with human people, intelligent conversation, fun, having laughs with people, it's all gone.
You want people, not things.
I want people.
Not things. The hoard is a time capsule of trauma. Once we're able to reprocess that in her mind, then it will have a knock-on effect on the physical surrounding.
I think I've got to accept what's happened and go forward. Otherwise, I'm wasting my life.
The Moore sisters have always been identical, but not the same. So happiness looks different for each of them. At Haverty's, they can...
Back in Basingstoke, Alison has lost control of her life too. So Stelios is helping her tackle a new compulsion to stockpile sweets.
The feeling is so strong to do this, and I know that it is a symptom of something wrong.
To help break her obsessive habit, Stelios has asked Alison to accompany him to her local supermarket.
I want to see your compulsive buying in action. I want to see what you think and how you behave. So if you show me first your normal route...
What I would do?
What would you do? And then when you're doing it, I want you to tell me what you think.
Right, okay.
This is fun.
Probably thinking, these are new, I haven't had these before, I'm a little bit tempted by these.
Stelios believes Alison's stockpiling is a symptom of her need to fill an emotional void.
These ones here. When I came in here the other day, I was fighting for a while. One or two, and I bought 2 packets. I know I'm safe because I've got 2 of these.
Why are you safe with having 2 packs of chocolates?
Yes.
I just think that they might sell out of these and I might not see these again.
Well, why safe? Where did that come from? Think about it.
Oh my gosh.
What I'm trying to make you understand is how you use the notion.
That's so hard. I wonder if I'm about to learn something about myself. I think maybe I'm just the exception.
Of things to feel emotionally safe. You don't have to have 2 bars of chocolate to feel safe.
To help Alison break the link between her emotions and her compulsive behaviour, Stelios wants to employ a form of therapy known as walk and resist technique.
Whenever you're faced with a compulsion to buy something,
like the Karamak.
Yeah, like the Karamak. One very simple question you can ask yourself is, does it help or hinder me thinking like this, and why?
It hinders me.
Why?
Because I'm never going to manage to eat all of these.
Correct. What is the next logical step?
I know I need to put them back.
Put them then. Well done. The purpose of the exercise with the walking and resisting is for her to start getting some internal control. So she controls the items, not the items controlling her. Excellent.
How good's that? That does feel good, because I know I've got enough sweets at home.
And the last thing you need to put down?
The basket.
The basket.
The next step is for Alison to face up to all aspects of her hoarding compulsion.
You've got a few goals to do. So the first one is obviously to come once or twice a week here, walk around.
And resist.
And resist. The second is obviously to start decluttering your bedroom. You know what to do.
Yeah.
You've got all the tools, and now you have the confidence back.
I can't deny I'm feeling a little bit frightened about the goals that he set me, but he sent me those tasks because he knows I need to do it. I've mucked around, I've messed around. It's not negotiable. I have to sort it.
No. That's cool.
In Bexley, Stelios has been treating extreme hoarder 76-year-old Doreen.
I'm not mad. I've just been very misguided.
After a 6-week course of therapy, Doreen has come to terms with the psychological reasons behind her compulsion.
You want people, not things.
I want people.
Not things.
Stelios believes she may now be ready to let some of her hoard go. He's called in declutterers Alison and Zoe to help.
Let's see what we can achieve today. No promises.
She's so cute.
Hello, Doreen.
Hi, Doreen.
There's a mammoth task ahead. Zoe and Alison's main priority is to make the house safe for Doreen to live in.
We want to give you the best result. We're going to try and make this more manageable for you and safer because of your hip operation. So the only thing we can do, Sergeant Major, I'm going to be tough with you. So I have to be.
Oh.
Yeah.
But even before the decluttering has begun, Doreen attempts to take control.
we need to add that over there to the light tops, and we can keep to the system.
Yeah, but no, we can't, Doreen. I'm going to say that works for now, but in our way that we work, it will not work for us because we need more space.
No.
The clutter is split into categories: keep, sell, and throw away. But Doreen has the final say.
You're never a size 8.
Will you put it back in there, please?
Yeah? You want to keep that one? All right.
Keep. Oh, yes, I've got to keep that.
No, Doreen, we've not got one for close to cash yet, honey.
I couldn't care. A frog's fat ass. I'm having what I want.
Doreen cannot let a thing go. I have to say, Doreen is one of the most difficult we've ever worked with.
And it's not long before there's another obstacle to overcome.
Tell me what's wrong, honey.
no.
Oh, Doreen, please. No, come on. I don't like to. Oh, darling. Oh, come.
Doreen found a letter that her husband had written to her, and it was very upsetting for Doreen. It just brought back all those memories. You all right, honey?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Despite her tears, Doreen decides to continue.
Be nice when it's all done.
And her son Harvey comes round to lend his support.
I'm not just keeping it for the sake of keeping it.
Doreen basically has got more clothes than Marks and Spencer's, and we really need to shift more clothes.
No, I can't.
Oh, come on, Doreen.
No, I can't.
She's getting stressed now.
I'll stop this altogether, or we carry on and I have my own way. Let's go forward and forget that and say that I'm keeping them.
I don't want to upset you. I want to get this sorted, but I don't want us to fall out, and we will.
No, I don't want to fall out with you either.
But I have to.
I've got to stick to my guns if I really want something, and so you've got to respect my wishes.
What really needed to have happened was for lots of stuff to get chucked away, and there's not nearly enough stuff being chucked away, not by a massive factor.
Oh, that would be so hard.
Why do you do it?
Back in Basingstoke, Alison needs to start letting go of some of her clutter too. She's preparing to tackle the homework Stelios set her, clearing her bedroom of a mountain of clothes.
I'm thinking to myself, have I got the strength? Because I know that I have already gone through my clothes, and so the ones that I've got there now, I am very attached to. So that is, for me, a really daunting task. That is absolutely terrifying.
Alison has agreed to sell some of her hoard at a local car boot sale.
That one.
But first, she has to decide which items she can bear to part with.
Oh, this is hard. There's clothes here, and they've got labels on. They have never been worn. It does seem extremely wasteful.
Knowing Alison will find the sale hard, Stelios has suggested she invites her childhood friend Lorna to help.
She has had a pretty tough year, the last year, so I do sympathise with what she's been through, big time. But she needs to be helped, otherwise it's going to be ongoing, and it's just going to be a vicious circle.
I don't really normally sell my jelly cats.
So you need to get rid?
Yes, I know, but let's try and do it really high to start with.
You can't overprice things, Alison, otherwise you're not going to sell them. If you overprice,
You've got to start high and battle down.
No, because some people just walk away.
Well, we've got to kind of judge it. We can't give these people too much, you know.
As the first customers start to browse, Alison's anxiety levels skyrocket.
If the lady wants both, how about doing both for £10?
No. £12, please, £12, both. You know that they're a bargain. That lady knows. She could easily put that on the internet and it'd be snapped up.
Sold to the lady in red. Yep, she's for sure.
Sure, I'm so traumatised. I hope you really enjoy them. Come on. Right, you just got to remember, we don't want to ruin this friendship. Lorna's forcing me over the edge. She just doesn't muck about. I didn't know she had zero tolerance. She was never like that at school.
We've done a deal on that, actually. We've done the 2 long dresses and the spotty top for £6.
No, these are £10. Oh.
That's so awesome, though. She needed her friend to be like that.
These are £10 each, yeah?
Today's been a real eye-opener, seeing her really, squirm, getting rid of things.
£12 for the...
She has found it hard. £6 fine.
Determined to move forward with her therapy, Alison finds the strength to keep selling.
That's excellent. Thank you very much. You got bargain.
After 4 hours of bartering, Alison has let go of 2 racks of clothes and a box of clutter. Now the challenge will be tackling her sweet obsession and the substantial hoard that still remains at home. Back in West London, it's a red letter day for Tina. She has to move out of her childhood home, but is struggling to let go of the past. Her father died 12 years ago, and she's been keeping his ashes under the stairs ever since. But today she'll finally be laying him to rest.
One of the things I'm hoping to achieve today is to bring closure in Tina's heart about her father's death and give her the motivation to move on by letting go of something so significant, so symbolic. It will be easier for her to let go of the house.
Especially the Ashes today, I'm looking forward to it in a way. Since my dad's been here for the last 12 years, so I'd say he's leaving. So it's not time for me to leave as well. My dad used to take me down here, have a picnic now and again, and my dad would watch the cricket. He loved cricket. And also, we've got the river here, which is where I want to put the Ice of the Ashes.
How do you feel about this today?
It's about time I've got to do it.
I think
it's
so.
okay, yes. Stelios has asked Tina to read a few words. She's chosen the lyrics to a song that was played at her father's funeral.
Can't do a thing with ashes but throw them to the wind. Let his heart may be in pieces now, you know, I'll build up again. And I'll come back stronger than I ever did before. Just turn around when you walk out that door. That's why I do it cry.
Well done. It's really beautiful. Are you ready to start these ashes?
Yeah. Yeah, right. Love and bones. Bye-bye, Daddy. Look after the dogs for me. And my mum. Okay. I know a few days ago I was still sticking my head in the sand, barricading myself in with everything. And now it just seems as though another little switch has been clicked. It feels like everything that should be in the past is in the past now. So it's the last push. I think I'll be okay.
When shirt meets grease. When blouse meets wine. Now that Tina's dealt with the emotional ties that bind her to her childhood home, Stelios thinks it's time to deal with the physical ones.
And again, there's still so much stuff in here which has to go, and I don't know where to start.
To be able to move house, Tina needs to let go of her hoard. The next day, professional declutterers Zoe and Alison arrive to help.
Yes!
And they find a newly motivated Tina.
Okay, charity. Charity. Rubbish. Okay, it's rubbish. Okay.
Well done.
Oh,
It's
good
really nice to see
job.
Tina motivated.
Yeah, I'm going to charity.
Go to charity.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely amazing. The last time I saw Tina, she isn't the woman she is now.
Don't need it anymore. It's got to go.
It's going. Fast decisions, fast and furious. I couldn't even keep up with her at times.
Skip.
Skip.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to start passing boxes to you both, guys.
It's strange, but I haven't touched the room in so long. And now it's just cleared already. And it's only early in the morning, so it's a great feeling. It seems so much bigger when I was 6 years old.
So I wonder if the ashes, they must have really helped her.
I've packed up my childhood. It does feel as if the house is letting go of me, yes. Or maybe I'm letting go of the house. Bit of both, I suppose.
Just 10 days later, Tina has some exciting news. She's had an offer accepted on a 2-bedroom flat close by.
So, it's my living room.
Wow.
Good, huh?
Fantastic.
Yes.
So what was it about this place?
It's clean, it's clear, it's bright, it's spacious.
Yes.
It's the opposite of where you live now, isn't it?
Exactly. It's my place.
Wow.
I've never had my own little place. It's always been either my parents' place.
And what is it that's changed in you that you're now able to say, I can let go?
That's awesome.
I think a lot of it had to do with letting go of the ashes. Now I can finally let go of everything.
This time round, I think you just need that gentle push to say, come on, it's okay, you can fly.
Yes.
Just go for it. You know, and you've done that now.
Yeah. I'm certainly feeling a lot lighter and happier these days. It's a new beginning. To have this to look forward to moving in is just yay! And I couldn't have done this a few weeks ago. I really couldn't.
That's so awesome.
In Basingstoke, Alison's been trying to bring her compulsion to hoard sweets and biscuits into check.
I think that I was spiralling out of control quite fast just before Stelios came, and I think he caught me in the nick of time.
Alison's been practicing Stelios' walk and resist technique.
Initially, when I pick it up, I just think, oh, I need this. Rather than just doing it on autopilot, I'm actually stopping. Before I actually put it in the basket, I'm thinking to myself, right, you can live without that. But that is tempting.
Since doing her homework, Alison successfully resisted buying any more sweets.
Wow.
It can go back. It actually makes me feel happier to leave it behind and give it a miss.
A few weeks after he began treating Alison's re-hoarding, Stelios is back to see how she's been getting on.
Hello.
Hi, Alison. Hello. Love to see you again. So tell me, what's changed about getting sweets? Because I know last time we went to the shop and we were able to look at how you think when you were buying something.
Now when I go out and I think if I buy something, it's going to sit here and then I'm going to potentially waste it because I'm not going to eat it. I haven't bought any more stuff. I've realised that I'm doing the same thing again. I can see it and I'm aware of what I'm doing.
You've done fantastic through this process. Being able to control yourself is a great achievement, so you've done really well.
Stelios wants to see if Alison's also managed to tackle the clutter in the bedroom she used to share with her ex-boyfriend.
Ah.
Okay.
Much better.
Yes.
She's got rid of 20 boxes of clothes and reclaimed the bedroom as her own.
So you are liberated from the stuff,
yes,
and you are liberated from the relationship.
Yes, I'm definitely. I mean,
so you're free on all levels, basically.
I do. I feel a lot better. It's getting quite addictive. I actually want to make a bit more space now.
Why isn't it as important as before?
I've really started to live in the now for the first time in my life.
What a beautiful answer,
I've
yes.
stopped living the way I was living, and I actually can enjoy daily what I'm doing.
Re-hoarding was a big setback for Alison, but with her newfound confidence, Stelios hopes she'll now be able to stay on track.
I thought I'd turned this corner last time we did the therapy, but actually I still hadn't properly got rid of my problem. I didn't realise how unhappy I was, but I can clearly see it now, and I won't be going there again anytime soon.
I'm really happy about Alison because she's done the most important thing. She has let go of the attachments, let go of the things that keep her down, and now she's able to fly. She's able to move on and have a more positive life with less attachment.
Man.
Alison may have finally moved on and let go of the past, but for hoarder Doreen, decluttering her home has been a real struggle.
I'll stop this altogether or we carry on and I have my own way.
However, some progress is finally being made.
It must make you happy though, darling, seeing it. I mean, look, it's taking shape.
Oh, it's lovely.
Look at it, the tables, chairs.
But one problem remains. Outside the house, a large van is being used to store everything Doreen wants to keep.
What?
Where are we going to put all these clothes?
We won't have to put them around the table here, and unfortunately spoil the appearance.
I think Alice and I need to have a little...
I was getting really excited. I thought that was all the stuff she was getting rid of, but that's kind of a good idea to take everything out. I mean, I don't know how, it will be for her, but once you take everything out, you don't want to bring it back in because you see how much room you have and how much lighter it is, and you don't really need it. I know it would be, there's almost no chance, but it would be nice if they were just like, okay, just, it can stay in the van. It could go. I don't need it.
I think you need to come and have a look and see what's out there, see what's exactly going to come back in.
I think you'll be shocked, Doreen.
By revealing the number of bags in the van, the hope is that Doreen will feel compelled to let some of them go.
Right, Doreen, this is what's got to come back in.
Yeah, it's overwhelming.
It's a shame, but it has to be done.
But that doesn't make you want to think, for goodness sake, just let it go, let it go. I've got so much, do I really need this?
You can see that you don't need this stuff, can't you?
Well, I would never ever have let you pack it up if you were going to try and persuade me to part with it.
We were never. It's down to you to make that decision, Doreen.
Knowing the way.
Look how high it is. It's almost touching the roof of the truck.
That's gone into it all. I have to say, I feel kind of heartbroken. To know that's how long it's going to last.
Doreen refuses to let go of her hoard, and everything comes back in.
What?
I couldn't just say take the whole lot. Not in my nature.
Seeing is believing, and I think the realisation of how much was actually in there, I think was a shock to her.
Doreen can't let go, and I don't think Doreen ever will.
Be happy, Doreen. I hope the lot goes well for you.
Thank you.
Okay, and you know where we are.
I'll let you know.
Us, okay?
Yes.
Let us know.
Take care.
Bye, darling.
Right?
Yes.
Take care now.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye, darling. Bye.
That's sad. She ain't never gonna change.
The following day, Stelios makes his final house call to Doreen.
Hello. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
You're in the pink today.
I'm in the pink, yes. I'm celebrating today.
Good. How's your cold?
Hopefully a success.
Oh, good.
Doreen's lounge was a death trap, piled dangerously high with mountains of clutter. Now the room is once again safe to live in. The clutter is gone, and the bags of clothes Doreen refused to part with have been stored neatly away.
We can now sit on the settee in the chairs.
Big difference
it's a
in
lot
here.
better, isn't it?
Oh, it's not just a lot better, it's amazing. It's a big difference.
Upstairs, her bedroom is now a tranquil place where she can safely spend time.
You seem happier.
I am. I'm much happier. I'm much more relaxed.
So you've got some friends coming over to celebrate, you know, your success.
A new life.
Your new life, yes, a new lease of life, you know. I'm really happy today. I'm leaving Doreen, and I feel confident that she's going to be safe in her own house. And she's made a tremendous progress in terms of decluttering, letting go of some emotional stuff. And she's still got a long way to go, but the start has been made, and it's a positive start.
Welcome. Well done. It's lovely to see you. I've had so many people in my house for a long, long time. Wow, that's good. Thank you.
Doreen can now invite friends and neighbours into her home, something she hasn't done in over 14 years.
It must be lovely for Doreen to have us in here and her not feel ashamed.
And hopefully she'll let us get rid of a few more bits in the future.
Yes, thank you. I was just about to say, I hope that lady, and now him, hopefully they can kind of like convince her to get rid of more things. I don't want to be like Debbie Downer, but I mean, it's great. It's wonderful that they were able to move things and get rid of some stuff so she could sit down and for her bed and everything like that. But it's not going to take long for her to have more of a mess and a clutter if she doesn't start getting rid of more stuff.
So yeah, good all round.
I'm very pleased with the result. It was a real joy and pleasure to have people into my house. And I'm going to continue to let them in. I've always cared for other people, so I'm getting a little bit back now this time.
That's so sweet. Alright, well. Hopefully I can start watching something like this